you sick of looking at Netflix and you don't know what to watch?
So many movies out there, you don't know which ones are good, which ones were bad.
You curious about what's out there?
I'm Joey Powers.
I'm Don Trettler.
This is The Best Pictures.
The ones you don't want to miss.
Get it.
Say hello to my little friend.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Winners go home and prom queen.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I don't deserve this. Deserves got nothing to do with it. No sequel for you.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of The Best Pictures. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
Hey, and I'm Don Trettler. Welcome to the show.
We're back after a couple of weeks off. Got an interesting topic, I feel, this week. Quick rundown of the weekend box office. It was honestly very disappointing. You know, Mad Max, Furiosa Mad Max Saga, is what it's called, opened with 26.3 million, which is, I think, quite a bit less than what the studio expected.
I'm sure.
The Garfield movie was second at 24.0. It had a strong hold up. Third, 16.1. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, 13.4. And The Fall Guys, 6.0. So, I mean, I guess technically the summer has kind of kicked off, but not the way the studios definitely expected it to be.
Right.
You'd mentioned next week Bad Boys is coming out.
Right.
And that's what? Is that
Not this coming Friday, but
right,
the Friday
fall.
after.
Is that 4 now?
I don't know. I never saw any of them. I've never seen any of those Bad Boys. The only Bad Boys I knew was the Sean Penn,
Which was better than any of the Bad Boys that I've seen. I saw the first one. I actually saw Bad Boys 2 in the theater, and I wanted my money back. I thought that movie was terrible. And I thought they were done because it did well at the box office, but it was very poorly received. And then they ended up doing Bad Boys for Life, like...
I'm going to look them up.
I think this is the fourth. I don't even know. I stopped watching because I don't like either actor. You know, I never liked Will Smith or Martin Lawrence. And,
Well,
I mean...
This must be the new one. It's called Ride or Die.
Yeah. The one good thing about it is Joe Pantoliano plays the boss, like the chief or whatever, and he's funny. His character is he's a lovable loser, I guess you would say. And you know, so
now is he still alive or did he die?
No, I think he's in this one. I want to say.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he is.
I'm looking up the Bad Boys. So the original Bad Boys one got 6.8.
Way too
Bad
high.
Boys 2 6.6, and
That's way too
Bad
high.
Boys for Life 6.5.
Wow.
See if I see it.
And then this one's Ride
I
or
don't
Die.
see his name in. I don't see his name in this one. I wonder if he died.
No, his name is in it.
Is it?
Captain Conrad Howard.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. No, he made me laugh. I mean, the first one, he's like playing basketball in the gym, and he's terrible. And just like, it's just, I don't know, you'd have to see it to understand. It was just a funny thing. He's like making you sound like he was like really good and stuff, and like you guys like screwed up his game or whatever, and he's like not even hitting the backboard. Like Téa Leoni is a witness. She sees a murder, and so she has to go, like, they have to protect her, but she thinks Will Smith is Martin Lawrence, and so they pretend to be each other. I don't know. I didn't like it. I mean, 6.8, obviously, most people liked it.
I guess.
6.8 is pretty high, so. But it wasn't for me. I've never liked Will Smith, and I always think, for some reason, I thought Martin Lawrence was always just kind of whiny. Like, I can't take him as a serious actor.
I mean, what has he done outside of the Bad Boys movies? Has he been in any other movies that have been like hits?
I don't think any hits. I know he's been in some stupid goofball movies. I think they're like National Security.
Oh.
I think he does the Big Mama's House movies.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, yeah, like nothing serious. Like Bad Boys is the closest to serious, and even that's still kind of comedy. It's definitely like a more action, serious movie. But yeah, and he did stand up. That's where he came up being a bigger star.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I just never took him serious. So it's like hard to watch a movie with him and like think he's like a real actor.
I mean, I kind of like Will Smith is okay, but you know, he's kind of fallen from grace.
I mean, I think Will Smith is definitely talented. I just, for whatever reason, I don't like the movies he chooses. Like, did you ever see 7 Pounds?
Yes.
I thought that was disappointing.
Really, I liked it.
I didn't like it at all. And I mean, he was on the streak. Like, that was like his 8th or 9th straight movie that opened at #1 at the box office. So he was like huge. And I don't know, I didn't like it, and he just...
There's one I haven't seen of his. He's a father.
The Pursuit of Happiness?
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie.
I thought that was okay. I didn't think it was great. I think he was nominated for an Oscar for that. But I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was anything...
Yeah. Well, I think he's okay. I mean, he's not one of my favorite actors. Off the top of my head, I mean, outside of maybe 7 pounds, I can't even think of any movies that I really liked with him in it.
I liked Ali. Bless you.
Ali, yeah.
I liked
right.
Ali.
I mean, I'm sure he's done movies that I liked. He's all right,
I didn't really care for the Men in Black movies.
No.
I watched the first one and I think he was only in the first 2, and then...
I think they're kind of silly. They're along the same lines as Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That same type of humor.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, it just... Though they do have... I'm trying to think what the woman's name is in it.
And...
With the dark hair.
Men in Black. Not Lara Flynn Boyle.
No. She's from... shoot, I can't think of her name.
Oh, yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Laura... we're going to have to look it up.
We're gonna have to look it up.
It's going to drive us crazy
I know.
if we don't figure out who this
She's
woman
famous.
And she kind of dropped off the face of the planet, too. I mean, she was really hot for a while. She was in a
Is it
whole
Linda
bunch of-
Fiorentino?
Linda Fiorentino.
Because it's funny, because I remember reading an article when that came out, and Barry Sonnenfeld directed it, and she was talking about how they met, and they were talking about it, and she's like, oh, so I'm doing a movie where I don't have to take my clothes off? And I was like, that's like just how she's always been perceived. Like, she's always done those roles. Like, I don't know if you've ever saw Jade, but that's like...
I probably have, yeah.
It's like her and Chaz Palminteri, David Caruso. That's like a very nudity.
I really liked her in Vision Quest.
I haven't seen that.
She's the older. Oh, you haven't? It's from the '80s, and it's Matthew Modine, and he's this wrestler that decides he's going to drop a weight class. He's a senior, and he's going to drop a weight class to wrestle an undefeated wrestler. And everybody's like, "What are you?" The coach of the team is mad at him because it means he's not going to be able to take his, weight class. He'll potentially lose his weight class to this other undefeated guy. The people on the team think he's crazy, but he's like, nope, this is my vision quest. I'm going to do this. I'm gonna beat Shoot.
So
the guy's name is
It's a
Shoot.
serious movie though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, and
I like Matthew Modine.
He lives with his dad, and then they somehow come across this girl who has no place to live. She's a little bit older than he is, so he's a senior in high school, and she's like, I don't know, she could be 21, 22, something like that. So they kind of take her in and give her a place to stay, and then he kind of hits it off with this girl. I mean, she becomes like his dream, and he does a great job. I mean, we don't see as much of Matthew Modine. There was a certain point where you thought he was going to be like a big star when he did Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
You thought, okay, this guy's going to take off. He's going to become one of the big actors. And he still works, and he works pretty frequently, but he doesn't work as a lead man anymore.
He was in The Dark Knight Rises.
Was he?
Yeah. He's like one of the higher-up cops.
Oh, all right. He
He
was
actually
in
had a pretty-
Stranger Things.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely aged. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember seeing him in Stranger Things. I was like, wow, he has gotten old.
One of the amazing little tidbits about Matthew Modine, he's been married to the same woman since he was about 20 years old. Now, he's about...
He's got to be close to 70, maybe?
I don't know. I wasn't going to think so. I was going to say he's probably 60, 65, and he's been married to the same woman the whole time. Which is, I mean, usually you don't hear about that type of thing in Hollywood. Usually people are moving and grooving.
You're going to say what? I'm going to say he's 68.
68.
Yep.
64. That'll be my guess.
All right. Let's see who's closer. He's born in 1959. So 60, he had just turned 65. So, not bad.
Yeah.
Just like March 22nd, so like a couple months ago. But yeah, I mean, you could just looking at him, he's definitely aged though.
Yeah.
But he is a good actor. I think he's a very good actor.
Yeah, he did a movie called Birdie with Nicolas Cage before Nicolas Cage was started overacting, and that was a movie.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah, this was an Alan Parker movie, and Alan Parker was pretty big for a stretch of time.
Did he do Mississippi Burning?
I think he did,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about him before.
He did the Pink Floyd movie, The Wall. He did,
Alan Parker did The Wall?
yeah.
Oh, Pink Floyd. I was thinking of The Doors.
Pink
I
Floyd,
thought
The
Oliver
Wall,
Stone
yeah.
did that.
And I'm trying to think of some other. Oh, he did one called Angel Heart with.
Oh, De Niro and.
I think he did Angel Heart.
Is it Robert De Niro and is it Robert De Niro and Robert Duvall?
Might be, yeah.
I think it is.
Anyway, so he was really. He died quite a while ago, 20, 30 years ago. He wasn't all that old, but he was at the time. He was a pretty well-regarded director.
I know this has nothing to do with it, but wasn't it sad to find out Bill Walton died yesterday?
Yeah.
Like 71 years old. I didn't know he was fighting cancer. You know, I thought he was a great analyst for years on ABC. And that just came as a shock because he was like such a larger than life character, you know?
Yeah, he must have been working during the playoffs and everything too, right?
I don't know. I hadn't seen him in a while. But
Huh.
I guess he'd been battling cancer for a while.
Maybe.
I was shocked when I saw on ESPN that he passed away.
Yeah. So I was going to talk about movies that are coming out. So this weekend, the big releases, I think it's called In a Violent Nature. Now, it says it's a drama horror thriller. And they advertise it as a very, very gory movie. So I'm wondering if they're banking on this to be their big release for the week. Because in the next thing, there's one called Ezra, Tony Goldwyn, Robert De Niro. It's about, and it's not even, doesn't even mention the guy who's the star. It's he's a comedian, and I can't think what his name is. We see him once in a while. Anyway, it's an autistic boy who has to go with his father on the road, and the father's a comedian and stuff. And I don't know. I mean, it looks okay, but it doesn't look like a big major release
No,
movie.
definitely. You would think it would be promoted a lot more if Robert De Niro, isn't it? If it was a big release movie. So, yeah, it's probably...
Right. And here's our big segue: there's a movie called The Dead Don't Hurt, which is a Western with Viggo Mortensen, and he also directed the movie. I think he wrote it too,
Really?
if I remember correctly.
I didn't
So-
know he directed. I wonder if this is his first directorial debut, maybe.
Might be.
'Cause I've never heard of him directing.
I don't think it's going to be a big release either. So I don't think I don't think there's any big, maybe, and last week, what was the big release last week?
Mad Max and
Mad
Garfield.
Max, right.
And they both tanked. You know, nothing's really done what has been expected so far. I mean, I think, not the Planet of the Apes. What was the other one right before Planet of the Apes?
The one that came out before that?
Yeah. I feel like that's meeting expectations, but where is it? Oh, the Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh.
That's at like almost 200 million. So I'm thinking that's probably right in range of what they're expecting because they generally
Right.
don't get a lot bigger than that.
No.
But the Kingdom Planet of the Apes is at 123, so that's probably in line with what they are expecting. But even like If's at 58 right now, and the Fall Guys at 72. I mean, I think they were both supposed to be bigger than that. So.
Oh, I'll bet they expected something from Fall Guy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
So I mean, 72 million for being out for 4 weeks. That's not a ton, you know. I think they definitely expected more than that because that's Gosling and Emily Blunt, right?
Yeah.
And then If was Ryan Reynolds, right? So
You would think those would have been huge movies.
yeah.
Well, next week, as we mentioned, Bad Boys, Ride or Die. Also, The Watchers, M. Night Shyamalan produced that. The following week, the 14th, Inside Out 2, Pixar movie. I don't know that any of these other movies were really big that are coming out that week. Let's see, June 21st, Kinds of Kindness. It's a comedy drama with Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Willem Dafoe, and somebody named Margaret Qualley. You know who that is?
I think she was in the Birds of Prey movie. The name definitely sounds familiar, which I didn't like, by the way.
There's a movie called The Exorcism with Russell Crowe coming out on the 21st.
Man, how the mighty have fallen. When was the
Really?
last movie he was in that was actually like a big movie, like a big hit? Like it's been years. Literally years.
It's weird. A Quiet Place Day One comes out on the 28th.
And that's not with the same people, though, right? That's not John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, right?
Oh, I think it is. Oh,
Is
no,
it?
no, you're right. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not. There was another one. There was a sequel
Right.
called I think it was called Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
Which I didn't see. I didn't really enjoy the first Quiet Place. Did you see it?
I own it and I still haven't seen it.
Oh.
I don't
All
think
right.
there's enough talking in it for me.
There is. They try to keep almost
Yeah,
no talking.
yeah.
It's almost a silent
Yeah,
movie.
when I worked at Cafe 7, my boss, John, watched it, and he's like, that's not for you. He's like, I can already tell you you're not going to like
No,
that movie.
I didn't really think. I really didn't think that much of it. It was pretty highly regarded, though, but just not.
Yeah, no, it made a lot of money.
Here's a movie called Horizon, an American Saga, with Kevin Costner, Abby Lee, Sienna Miller, Jenna Malone. I wonder if that has to do with the Yellowstone series. Could be. I don't know. And then July 4th. And
Right, what comes out that week?
Sound of Hope, Kill, To Give or Not to Give, Reparations for Slavery. Huh.
Sounds like crap.
I don't see
All right, so when is
anything coming
Deadpool
out.
coming out? It's got to be sometime this summer. They've been promoting it on IMDb like crazy.
Yeah, let's
Deadpool
look.
and Wolverine. Jennifer Garner's in it as Elektra. The thing that kind of disappointed me was his annoying sidekick isn't in it.
Oh, July 26th.
Yeah. So that'll be huge. That might be the movie of the year. There's that, and there's one other one.
Yeah, what was the other one you mentioned? You said it before.
Oh, Beverly Hills Cop.
I haven't seen that on this list.
Foley. I know, it wasn't on the list I checked earlier, but it's definitely coming out in June.
Oh, okay.
I'll pop it up right
I
now.
haven't seen it on our list. I just thought you people might be interested in some of the stuff that's coming out, and it doesn't. Despicable Me 4 comes out on July 3rd.
That's the big hit of the 4th of July weekend. That'll be huge. Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. It's got the original cast too. It's got Judge Reinhold. It's got Eddie Murphy, obviously.
Did I miss it? I don't know. I don't see it.
Oh yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in it. Paul Reiser, John Hashton, all the guys from the original. Bronson Belky.
Huh.
Everybody knows him as Belky from. I want to say it's coming out in it's definitely coming out in June. July 3rd. So that's
I
coming
wonder
out.
if those are like. I wonder if,
Oh, you know why? Only on Netflix.
oh, there we go.
I didn't see that, so it's not getting released in theaters. I wonder why they would do that.
That's kind of weird. And I thought. See, I always think maybe I think these people died. I thought Bronson Pinchot died.
Well, it says he's in it, so I don't know.
Nope, doesn't say he died. It says he was born in 1959.
Same
Boy,
year.
that's bad. I'm starting bad rumors here.
Same year as what's his face, Matthew
Yeah.
Modine.
So we were going to talk about actors coming up.
Yeah,
and,
we got about 2 minutes left to do it.
maybe we shouldn't even bring them up.
Well, no, I mean, I'm a big Mark Ruffalo fan. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen The Kids Are All Right?
Yeah,
I really like that.
yeah, he was nominated for that. He was
Yeah.
nominated for supporting actor for that one.
And you don't remember him in Collateral.
No, I didn't.
He's the cop.
And I almost was going to watch the movie, and I thought I better not take it out of the library because Joey might bring it in.
I
for
do
me.
have it. I forgot it. I did bring Primal Fear, though.
That's cool. Yeah, it gives me something to watch.
But no, he just when I looked at the credits and just looking up Collateral on IMDb and it said he's in it, I was like, Mark Ruffalo? I was like, who's he in that? And then I went to watch it. I was like, that's Mark. It doesn't look like him.
Right.
Like he's almost like a greaser gangster. Like he's got his hair slicked back. He's got the gold necklace on. He looks like a mobster almost, but he's an undercover cop. But I didn't recognize him because you don't look at him like that. You know?
Right.
You
Well,
know.
I've been watching a couple of his movies. I saw one called Begin Again.
How was that?
It was good. Matter of fact, it was
Is
so
that him
good.
and Keira Knightley?
Yeah.
Okay,
I got about 10 minutes into the movie and I said, oh, I've seen this movie. But I still watched it again anyway.
Oh, you really had seen
And
it?
I still, yeah, I had. And it was pretty good. I was really, what is this? I tried to click on Mark Ruffalo. I got Bark Ruffalo. That's ridiculous. Shoot.
I think he's the best Hulk, though. Between Eric Bana, who I don't think can act to save his life.
Now, which one of those Hulk movies was the Ang Lee movie?
That's the one with Eric Bana. That's the first one.
Oh, okay.
It's him and, God, I want to say Jennifer Connelly. And she was the only good thing about the movie. Because the other one was Ed Norton and Liv Tyler. And then once the Avengers movies started, Mark Ruffalo took over. And nothing. I like Ed Norton. I think he's Edward Norton. I think he's a very good actor, but to me, he wasn't really believable as the Hulk.
Yeah, it wasn't really a good movie. That's one I own. I have that one.
I think I have both of them. I don't know why, because I mean, I like the one with Ed Norton okay, but the one with Eric Bana sucked. And it's strange because Ang Lee is a very good director.
Well, isn't it strange that, Mark Ruffalo has been, portraying the Hulk in the Avengers movies, but he hasn't had his own movie.
I don't know why that is.
Isn't that weird?
It is. It's
maybe because they already had the other two movies.
What did he say? Oh.
So anyway, I've been watching a bunch. I watched a more recent one called Dark Waters, where he played a lawyer who sues DuPont. It's a true story. There's a town in West Virginia that was getting
Anne Hathaway?
polluted. Anne Hathaway plays his wife in that movie.
I've heard that.
I watched this one. I went back because the first movie I remembered him in was The Last Castle.
Which I haven't seen.
And I saw this movie that came out before. It's called You Can Count on Me.
That's good.
Yeah, with Laura Linney.
I really liked that. I saw it like way after it came out. Because at the time it came out, it's like I didn't know who Laura Linney was. I'd never heard of Mark Ruffalo. And then, over the years, I was looking at his profile or whatever, and I was like, I want to check that out because I remember it being pretty highly. I think she was nominated for an Oscar for it.
Really?
And I went back and watched it probably like 2 or 3 years ago, and I really liked it.
It is. It's good.
I
think they're both real good. I think two solid performances right there.
What about Foxcatcher?
Foxcatcher.
I really liked Foxcatcher, except for Channing Tatum.
Right.
I mean, I understand.
You don't like him?
He can't act. He's a terrible actor. But they need some goofy big guy, to be the wrestler or whatever. So I get that. But he's a horrible actor. There's a reason why Steve Carell and Mark Ruffalo were both nominated for Oscars and he wasn't.
Right.
I mean, they're two good actors and he's a not good actor. Do your 21 Jump Street movies or whatever.
Well, I don't really follow him, but I thought he was pretty good in that movie.
Did you really?
Yeah, I mean, he just didn't take away from it. Maybe I have to watch it again.
I don't know. I just think because I thought Steve Carell and Mark Ruffalo were so good that it just made him look that much worse. That's just.
Didn't he do like one of those dancing movies? High School
Step Up or something?
Yeah.
I think he did. Yeah, I think that's like his breakout role. He's actually in that I didn't realize is the movie Havoc. He's Anne Hathaway's boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
And that was like her big like I'm no longer the Disney actress. Like I'm this ghetto actress, whatever. I could play multiple roles and stuff. Because she was known as like the good girl from like The Princess Diaries and like Ella Enchanted, and then she did Havoc, which is a complete 180 to those. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I think you lent it to me.
He's her boyfriend in that. But yeah, no, I mean, I thought You Can Count on Me. Shutter Island, I really liked him in Shutter Island. I was disappointed with the end of the movie, but I thought it was a pretty good movie up until that point. And like I said, I think he's really good in the Avengers as Bruce Banner and the Hulk, Did you ever see a movie called Reservation Road?
No. Matter of fact, I was looking at this and I thought that's one I want to go back and I want to see if the library's got it.
I want to say it's Joaquin Phoenix, Mark Ruffalo. I can't think who the two. I saw it when it came out because I'm a big Joaquin Phoenix fan, and it's a really, really good movie. The actresses are both really famous too. It's Joaquin Phoenix, Mark Ruffalo. It is Jennifer Connelly and Mira Sorvino.
Oh, wow.
I'm surprised it only gets a 6.6. I would have thought it'd be higher than that.
You liked it better than that?
I liked it a lot better than that. I'm going to write that down too to see if the library has it. But we are running out of time, so we didn't really get much. So we definitely have a lot of Viggo Mortensen and Mark Ruffalo to talk about.
Yeah. So maybe we'll revisit these guys next week, or at least Viggo Mortensen next week.
Yeah.
Like you say, Mark Ruffalo, he's a lot of fun. Here's one called The Adam Project that he's in. I didn't think he's the star, though. I think it's Ryan Reynolds for some reason. Let me click on it. 2022.
Yeah, I would definitely...
6.7.
I would definitely check it out. He's a good actor. And I like Ryan Reynolds. I never liked Ryan Reynolds until I saw Deadpool. And I just think he's a really talented actor.
Tell me if this interests you. After accidentally crash landing in 2022, time-traveling fighter pilot Adam Reed teams up with his 12-year-old self for a mission to save the future.
No. I'll probably pass on that one.
Well, so far I got a 6.7.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. But that's all the time we have for the show this week. I'm one of your hosts, Joey Powers.
Hey, and I'm Don Tretler, and these are the ones you don't want to miss.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Here's Johnny. Go ahead. Make my day.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.